Everyone's talking about AI taking jobs, but in this conversation, you'll hear why AI isn't a threat, but what really is. Welcome to Rise and Thrive Conversations for Greatness. I'm your host, John Merkus, and in this episode, we're going to hear my interview that I did on Ticker News with host Mike Loder. What a great guy, an awesome host. He made me feel welcome. You're going to hear that really soon. But before we jump in, if you're watching on YouTube, like this video and tap subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss an episode. We share stories and tools to help you thrive. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, did I say that earlier? Anyway, hit follow because it really helps. It'll help you keep this conversation close and it'll help get this message out to more people. You've probably heard people saying that AI is coming for your job, but I think they're asking for the wrong question. What's the right question you'll ask? Well, the question isn't, will AI replace me? The real question is, am I using the tools available to me to become the best version of myself in life and in my work? And that's something I get to help people with every day. Whether it's a keynote speech on stage at a conference, a workshop, or a conversation just like this. Recently, I had the chance to join Mike Loder on Ticker News. We had a brilliant chat, a conversation about AI, change, and staying human in a world that's moving fast. Like I said before, Mike's an amazing host, and I'm grateful to Ticker News for having me on so I can share this message with you all. Today I'll be sharing that interview with you just as it went to air because it's real, practical, and I believe it will help you. Before we play it, think about this. AI won't replace you, but someone using AI with a growth mindset probably will. So stay curious, stay adaptable, and remember, your mindset is your edge. That's right, your mindset is your edge. All right, I'll see you at the end of the interview. Let's go for it. Bring it on, Mike.
As artificial intelligence continues to reshape the way we work, many professionals are discovering new ways to boost productivity, streamline their operations, and stay ahead of the curve. But to truly harness AI's potential, both mindset and method must evolve. And joining me now is John Merkus from johnmerkus.com. It's good to have you in the studio, my friend. What's the biggest way AI is helping people work smarter at the moment? What are you and your team seeing?
Yeah, great question, Mike. Thanks for having me. So, how it's working is I'm able to fulfill on my mission quicker and faster than I was before. So we're all in business or in life for a reason, and it's one of the greatest times to be alive. So my mission is to empower as many humans and organisations to live their fullest potential. So I can focus on that mission rather than copywriting, doing those kind of things. Now, I don't mind doing those things, but that's not a true focus on my mission. So I can really hone in on my mission. So if you're not a business owner and you're a professional, you can also use that as to why you're a professional, why you're in business. So it really helps impact and live your why.
Yeah, I think there's that clarity that it brings, when you're not busy, doing numbers or doing copy and these sorts of things. And it's about getting that clarity about your why, as you've said. But let's touch on how professionals can shift from AI confusion to confident use. There are so many tools out there. People get very excited, very confused very quickly.
Yeah, and it's easy to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
As you say, so many tools out there, and what I found is coming with a growth mindset. Now this is important whether you're using AI or whether you're a dad or whether you're a business leader, whatever you're doing in life, I've found if you come with a growth mindset, life becomes more enjoyable.
Yeah.
So instead of, this is too much for me, I don't know, whatnot, you can be asking yourself, okay, how can I have fun with this? And I'll come with a curious mindset. Remember, there's no judgment. When you're using AI, it's just you and AI.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be worried about people laughing at you, whatever, being judged, let's say.
It hasn't laughed at me yet.
No. Well, I like to have a bit of fun with it as well. So when I'm interacting with ChatGPT, I've said, refer to yourself as Zoe, and I'll refer to you as Zoe as well. That makes it more human for me and more interesting. And Mike, what I've asked Zoe to do is refer to me as the rock star.
As the rock star, very cool. I think my one calls me Wayfarer or something.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and that's about having fun with it. So, we're all so significant about things. Let's be playful. So I think coming with a growth mindset and being a bit playful and having a go, that's the
John, I really appreciate the optimistic mindset. We do hear a lot of doom and gloom and whatnot, and I've referenced the Terminator many, many times, more than I care to mention in this. So I like the optimistic side of things you're bringing. How have you personally embedded AI across your business, though? Let's touch on that for a moment.
Another great question. So in several ways, so with what I do, the process I start with is research. So I'm researching organisations, events, summits, conferences that want to hear from someone like me on stage speaking, empowering individuals. So AI helps me research those kind of events all over the world. Not only does it do that though, it looks at how my skill set and what I talk about fits in with their mission and what they're about.
Maximise your service to them.
And another level, Mike, it looks at the previous speakers they've had before and seeing if there's any gaps or anything that I can bring that they haven't had before. So it helps me differentiate myself with what they've had before. And that kind of research will take months, ages, and a lot of time and effort to do that. So I can have that done. Once that's done, then I can focus on reaching out to those organisations and eventually making a difference to those people, which is getting back to the why as well. So that's how I've integrated it with deep research to help me find and connect with the people that want to do business with me and that I can make a real difference to.
And there's that human connection at ultimately the end of the day. And it's funny, that research for me feels a lot like folding a croissant. You're sort of getting better and more and as you go through. But John, just in the interest of time, I'm curious to know a little bit about why you believe now is the time to embrace AI without fear, and then I want to know where people can go to connect with you and help out.
Absolutely. Well, why this is the best time is because, I'll give you another example of how I integrate it in my business. I have a virtual boardroom, a think tank, a focus group if you like. I have Anthony Robbins on it, I have Simon Sinek on it. I have Mel Robbins on it. They're not related. They're great thought leaders though. I have Dr. Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay. Some of these people aren't living now, right? But they are in my virtual boardroom and they can help me with innovation. I can run ideas through that group of people, right? So this is a concept that I had no idea that I could even do. So imagine having access to those people. That would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and a logistical nightmare, because some of them aren't even on the planet, to get them in a room to say, hey, I've got this idea, or if you were me, what would you do in this particular scenario, using the benefit of all their knowledge and experience. That is a complete game changer and mind blower. Feel free to use it yourself.
All right, John, where are we going to head and find out more information and perhaps get some of that brain trust, knowledge?
Absolutely. JohnMerkus.com, that's Merkus with a K. You can see all my services there, and also check out my podcast, Rise and Thrive Conversations for Greatness.
Wonderful stuff from you, my friend, and thank you for joining me in the studio.
An absolute joy, Mike.
How good. I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did being on their show, on Ticker News, I should say. If that sparks something in you, let it push you to take some action today. Try that AI tool you've been curious about. Experiment with that prompt that you've been meaning to test, or that thing that you've been wanting to do, because you're here not to be average. You're here to lead, to grow, and of course, to rise and thrive. That's what I help people do when I speak at events, run workshops, or share keynote speeches that leave people not just inspired, but ready to take action. So if you've got an event coming up and you're looking for a speaker who can help people embrace change, build resilience, and use AI without losing their humanity, reach out. I'm always happy to help. You can find me at johnmerkus.com or simply message me on LinkedIn. Thanks for listening, and a big thank you again to Mike Loder and Ticker News for having me on the show so I can share this message with the world. Oh yeah, don't forget to tap the subscribe or follow wherever you're doing it. It really helps, and it's really easy, and it's free. Share this episode with a friend who's wondering what to do about AI, or someone who needs a gentle push to grow. We rise and we thrive together. I've been John Merkus. You've been awesome. Until next time, stay awesome. Love you a long time. And I'll see you in the next one.